Right guys, here I am at the lockup again. It's been quite some time since I sort of made a video for YouTube. Life just gets in the way. Obviously I'm not a full-time YouTuber like a lot of the people that are on here. But what I've decided that I'm needing to do is start getting the van blue again. There was a bit of welding done. I've not shown you the welding. That was done following the last video where I was just like, well, it's going to need done at some point. There was water getting into the sill. It was starting to bubble. So I managed to get a really good guy at a garage just not too far from here. And he's decided to cut the whole lot out and fit a new sill to the front section of the van. Which is great, but I was then left with a white door and a grey sill. So I have bought a can of rattle can blue. Don't know if it's the right blue. I did try and get it ordered up following the code, but I think maybe the blue that's on the van, given that it's 20-year-old, it's probably a bit faded. So it might look a bit odd, but certainly not as odd as having a grey sill and a white door. So for just now, just as a practice kind of thing, I've decided I'll just rattle can the sill, just to give it a little bit more protection from the elements. And I'm going to try doing the inside of the door. So I've taken the door card off. I've just put that on the floor there in my lockup. I've had to undo the speaker, stuff like that. I've done it off camera because I'm sure I've done a video where I've done that sort of stuff before when I changed the door. So I don't want to have a sort of repeat type video. So what I've done is I've taped up the inside of the van with regards to the glass and stuff on the door, and I'm kind of a bit nervous about this. I don't know how it's going to look, but this paint that I've got is meant to just be a one coat job done, no lacquer required. So that's why I'm wanting to test it on the inside of the door. So I'll take you out there and let you see what I'm doing, and we'll just take it from there. Hopefully it goes well, but it's one of these ones where I'm not too sure at the moment. So there's the windows kind of started to be taped up. You can see a couple of bits of light at the top. I'm sort of having problems trying to get the tape to adhere to the top rubber. I don't know if there's some sort of contamination on there just now, but I might have to pull that off and give it a bit of a clean. You can see that it's kind of hanging there at the top, so that's not going to do any good. I really should have cleaned this door first, but I just got carried away, got excited, and started covering up the glass. So yeah, it's probably going to come off. I'll not do that on camera. I'll probably take it off. That was like a practice sort of turn, but I think maybe a bit of degreasing and that on the rubbers first, just so that it adheres a wee bit better, and then we'll give it a lick of paint. So I'm going around the door, sort of trying to get it to be more, well, clean, but I need to scrape it up a bit, just so the paint sticks better. So I have got like a 320 grit sandpaper, and I'm just going to go around all the shuts, just kind of like that, just to, I don't know what it's called, is it etch it or whatever, but yeah, we're getting the white sort of scraping up, and hopefully it'll just help the paint to stick. It's difficult to reach the top of the door, so I have got my handy little step here, and I can just come up here, just to give it a wee sand down. Maybe should have prepped the door beforehand. What I will say is a hell of a lot of this door's hidden behind the door panel anyway, so I'm not even going to try and paint the whole thing blue. I'm just going to try and do the bits that you see. And you know, if it's not the right colour, then I'm just going to have to bite the bullet at some point next year, after Christmas, New Year, and I'll get it done properly. But for now, the white's really doing my nutting, so even if it's a blue and it's not the right blue, it's certainly going to be better than it is. Right, I've got it taped up a wee bit better now. I've also done, like, in it, the shuts. I want to get the hinges done blue as well. Like I say, I'm not going to do the outside of the door today. I just want to kind of use this as a tester. It could be put right if it is a total disaster. So here goes. Probably not really at the high enough temperature today as well to do this. I wouldn't recommend trying this at home, guys. As you can see, what I'm doing is I'm just doing a little dusting, because I think if you put it on too thick, you're just going to get loads of runs and stuff. I think from 20-30 foot away it might look alright. The blue certainly looks close enough. Right, I'm certainly quite happy with how it's turning out. It's pretty hard to see, but some of the bits could have done with a little bit of better cleaning. But if I take you down here, like, you can see that, I don't know if you can tell by the background, but it does look like it's a fairly close match, which is quite good. Well, I did get it made up on the paint code, so it should have been closer there or thereabouts. But yeah, whether I've got the confidence to actually do this to the outside of the door is it's in question at the moment. We'll see how this dries. But certainly it's going to look better than it did. Right, so it's been quite some time now since it's been sitting, and if you can see the mess ups, it's not too bad. Quite happy with it, but there's a couple of bits like at the top, kind of little dots of white, and I think that's just where it's not quite been degreased properly. I thought I'd gone over the door quite good, but I mean, I'm no professional painter, so you see the mistakes. But definitely a learning curve, and I think the main body of the door, like as the door opens up and everything, it actually looks really good. It's just the bits probably didn't give enough care and attention next to the window rubbers, and that's the only couple of bits where there's a couple of pebbly bits there. But overall, I'm really quite pleased with how it's turned out. The door hinges are now blue as well. Took a bit of masking to get that right. But yeah, I'll let you see that here. You can see the door hinges have all been done. So yeah, once the outside of the door's all painted and the door card's on, this is going to look not too bad at all. I'll maybe give the pebbly bits just round the window, maybe give them a wee sand down and just another wee dusting of paint. But yeah, certainly I'm really pleased with the outcome. So we'll give it another wee while to sort of dry, and then we'll take all the masking stuff out of play, get the door card hung back up, and then that'll be the inside of the door ready to rock and roll. Right, so as you can see, I've got all the masking stuff off the door and that now. I'm really quite pleased with how this has turned out, and what I will say is when it comes to doing the outside of the door, I think it probably, because it's taken so long to get it to even start to dry on this door, I think it'd be better waiting on better weather before I do the outside. If I'm not going to put it into some place to get done, and I'm going to give it a shot myself, which I think I will. This has boosted my confidence anyway, definitely. But I think what I'll do when I do the outside is, given that it looks a little bit sort of matte blue, I think if it's better weather, I'll get away with giving it a coat of that blue, which looks like a decent match, and then I'll probably lacquer over the top of it, so I'll need it to be quite a warm day. So yeah, I'll wait till the better weather to do that. I'm still going to be cutting about with a white door, and I think I'll get the degreaser pads, stopping the mottled effect. But yeah, quite happy anyway. Like to thank you all for watching the video. I'm not going to do any more videos this year. Hope you all have a good Christmas and a happy New Year, and we'll see you on the next video. Bye for now.